Platinum, and not this hard to get Memoriam. It was so much easier to adjust pilots so I could do different builds for you guys. Hey there, it's Big Tony here at Natchi, coming at you with a little Beacon Rush action. We are going to be doing a little sniper work with the Crisis and, of course, the Newton here in a little bit. And we're going to talk a little bit about some of the trends that I'm seeing in the game right now, which are interesting, somewhat concerning, and will likely be pretty expensive. So let's go ahead and start with, my Coconut Crab here, one of my favorite builds. And we're going to cap a beacon here and set ourselves up for maybe some sniper action here in a minute. But let's go ahead and talk about this last test server. And of course, we're talking about the Ocho Kochi and the new drone that comes with it, the Heroku. I believe that's pronounced right. This is setting up, and there's going to be a pilot for it. We're not testing any pilots in test server, but I guarantee you, just like with everything, there's going to be a very specific pilot that goes with it. And it's setting up what I call total package OP deals, total package deals, that you're going to need to get all three components to have the meta build. Before it was like with the, here you could just get the weapons and of course the bot, and it'd be pretty over the top. And then of course you put a good pilot with this and the showdown drone, and the Crisis here is actually a pretty serious threat on the battlefield. I think it's only going to get more and more so here in the future. That if you want a bot that's going to absolutely run the field out there, you're going to have to get all, basically all the components. You're going to need to get the special weapons that work with it. You're going to need to get the special bot. You're going to need to get the drone and the pilot. That's 4 components right there. And to get the total OP deal, you're going to have to get all 4 of them. And of course, they've really done a number with the new drone, the Heroku, I believe it's called, where it actually causes damage to you. But it's a type of damage that the Ocho Kochi can absorb and mitigate and throw back around. So it's really not a deficit to that build, to that bot. Now, if you use that drone on any other bot, its DOT effect is going to really, really hammer you. I mean, it'll do damage to any other bot that you put it on. So they're really starting to restrict that, specific drones are for specific bots. Whereas like here I have the Showdown for the Crisis. The Showdown drone actually works pretty good on the Emoji. I like putting it on the Coconut Crab. It works fantastic there. It worked good on the Loki. Anything that goes into stealth, the Showdown will work with. Now, the new Heroku is only going to be good for anything that can absorb and mitigate and redirect DOT effect. And that's what the Ocho Kochi is specifically designed to do. So I'm seeing some that's a very, very specific trend, guys. And I think you're going to be seeing that more and more here as the game progresses. And of course, we all know specific pilots now are going to be hugely expensive to build, thanks to the new currency drop. And of course, the currency drop that we had a while back for the drones. You're talking a lot of expense here. And you're talking $300-400 per bot build to make yourself the super OP build that you want. So say if you run in a OP, a really OP clan where you are really, really wanting to, compete and you are ultra competitive, you're talking, anywhere from, like I said, it could be up to $300, $200, $300, $400 per bot, and do that for a hangar, a full-fledged hangar. Holy mackerel, you're talking thousands of dollars every time the meta drops. I mean, seriously, that is just how expensive this is getting, guys. It is becoming very, very much more very difficult for free to play to compete at higher levels of gameplay now, guys. And it's going to progress that way, and it's going to continue progressing that way. And it's concerning in the fact of I'm a pocket change spender. And I can tell you right now, if it wasn't for being in the content creator program and I get a few perks from that, I'll be brutally honest with you, I would be sliding back down into Expert League or farther points south than that pretty quick as a free-to-play player. I mean, you can still grind your way up with some good bots, but you can't readjust your pilots anymore. It's too expensive. It's just really becoming a whole new game, guys. And I really don't have an answer for you as far as why. I mean, we know the base reason why, because, they're trying to make money. But Is this a Pixonic deal? Is this an Upwake deal? Is this a My Games deal? Do we have new people taking over as far as, running the business end of it? I just don't know. We don't have any transparency on that. So, and I'm not getting any answers from anyone that I ask. So, just get ready, guys. This game is kind of evolving. It's making a turn, and it is definitely becoming, like I said, it's not as free-to-play friendly as it used to be, or for that matter, pocket change friendly. Now, there we go. It's a nice Titan Slayer right there. It's just a brutal new world we live in, guys. But I just want to just make that clear. That there are a lot of people who have said we're done. We're not going to progress in this game anymore. They're moving on. They want to move to other games. Manny and Adrian both are experimenting. You've got Armored Core 6 for Manny. You've got Adrian is doing Fortnite. He's testing PUBG. They're really hunting around, guys, and that is very concerning because one, they do like to represent and stand up for the free-to-play players out there. And it's just getting really, really hard for free-to-play. And that's the trend that's been going on for many years here. But I think it's finally, it's starting to come to, not a culmination, but it's taking an acceleration. And it's definitely taking a turn around the corner where I think it's just, the game is going to start getting more and more expensive. Now, free-to-play, you have a place in the game, guys. There is a place, but sadly, it's not going to be in the upper leagues of this game. It is going to be down in the lower leagues, and you can still have some fun, but you're going to be down there in Diamond League, maybe an Expert League. If you really, really, really spend the time, and you guys have been here for years, you might be able to keep up into Master League, maybe even cusp into Champion League if you have a really good hanger. But as things accelerate and we get more and more of these complete package deals that I see coming down, it's going to be harder and harder for pocket change and free-to-play to stay in the upper leagues. That's just where I see it going. Not saying that you can't have fun in the game, guys. I mean, it's restructuring. And it's just not going to be the same game that you guys all remember. Ooh, let's get a line here. Let's get this guy out of there. Boom, another Titan Slayer. Now, speaking of, this is really over the top, guys. When you're looking at the Fulgurs and the Tonans, and you've got the right pilot on here, I got the Jude pilot on here, two of the Onslaught reactors. I've got all the bells and whistles on here. This thing is a monster. It really is. Okay, just a quick tail of the tapes, and I think we'll do one more. And we had a pretty serious discussion there. So, yeah, we had a good one. 7.4 million, 12 kills, 1 beacon cap. Sniping. Those are the builds that you need. 2 hangers. Build a brawler hanger. Build a sniper hanger. But it's going to be exceedingly hard to do in this new era of the economy of the game. Alrighty, looks like Zero on top there had a 14x5, and it was just a kick butt game, guys. Alrighty, guys, let's hop into another one. Alrighty, guys, here we go. I've played a few matches here, and now we are finally back on the YAM map. Had a few shorter range matches that just didn't quite cut the mustard, so I wanted to do more of the YAM map sniper stuff. So here we are. We're just going to start right off with the Crisis, and these are definitely two of the bots that are going to make this. These are two of the bot builds that are definitely making huge impacts. And you got 3 of us Crisises out here already. This is going to be either epic or it's going to be a total wipeout. Give these guys a little love down there. I see a big nerf coming. When I see this right here and I see all these Crisises out there, and I see Reapers all over the place, guys, there will be a nerf coming for this. It's only a matter of time. And I think we're going to see 2 nerfs, guys. You're going to see a reload time or possibly a rate of fire change for the Reapers. And I think you're going to see, once we take a shot here, let's go ahead and take a shot up here. And boom, I think you're going to see a change in as far as, the cooldown time on going from firing and back to stealth. So there's a window of vulnerability there. So I think that's what we're going to be seeing here in the near future on at least this particular build right here. Now, the new Titan, I don't think you're going to see a nerf. We don't see a lot of Titan nerfs, guys. Those are like once a year adjustments. So I don't see anything happening anywhere to the Newton anytime, I'd say, in the next 6 months. I just don't see it. We're going to see some additional Titans come down, I think, in the next 6 months, at least one. But it'll be a little different. It won't be the, this incredibly crazy thing that the Newton has turned into. Okay, let's go ahead and, come on, someone needs to step out here. I just want to hammer on someone. We already talked a little bit about, talking about how free-to-play is getting harder and harder in the game. Talking about resources are becoming more and more scarce, especially pilots. I am still kind of on an axe grind with the pilots, guys. Seriously, when we were using gold, and in case of, Titans, it was gold and platinum, and not this hard to get memoriam. It was so much easier to adjust pilots so I could do different builds for you guys. Honestly, changing up my pilots is next to impossible because I'm just not generating enough memoriam, and I don't pocket change enough. I mean, you could pocket change gold in the old economy before memoriam, that you could actually readjust a pilot, at least 1 or 2 pilots every month with a pocket change expense when you buy like 20,000 gold. Well, you can't buy 20,000 memoriam, or if you do, it doesn't cost 15, 20 bucks a month. You are spending, you're spending probably upwards of 150, 200 bucks a month. And honestly, I'm just not going to put that kind of investment in this game. I just cannot justify that. I think there's going to be a lot of people who are going to be feeling the same way. I mean, you do have some heavy spenders who can go out there and throw that kind of money around, but once that starts cranking down and winding down, I'm hoping that memoriam starts to, loosen up and become a little bit more available, readily available for, reasonable currency prices. I'm hoping. If not, it's just, you're not going to see people who are going to be able to keep up. At least not in the pocket change to, pocket change or free to play. And my guess is what they're doing down is they're slowing down advancement. What they want to do is keep people in kind of a stagnant area of the game between expert and master. They want to keep them in there. They want to build up the pool there, so when people get to that point, they stay there for a while. And then, of course, champion. Actually, if people who are in high champion are having a heck of a time finding opponents to play against. I mean, they're playing the same group every time that they go out on the battlefield. And I even see that in low to mid champion league right now. I play, many times I will see the same 6 or 8 players multiple times in a day because there just isn't a huge number of builds and accounts in the category where I'm floating around in for matchmaking. And I'm just getting a little concerned that maybe profits have taken just a little bit too much of a front seat in the game. Now, I think we're going to have to see a turnaround on that. And I think it will. Give it enough time, I think we will see a turnaround. But I just don't know. I can't really put a time frame on it. I really can't. Maybe it's the next year. Maybe it's the next year and a half. But I definitely don't see the game disappearing, guys. Where some people are doom and gloomers and the prophets of doomsday saying that the game's going to be gone in 6 months and stuff like that. No, it's not. It just has evolved into basically a whole new game. And the name of the game is, sadly, you're going to have to pay if you want to be in the top echelons, the top meta of the game. You want to be one of the big boys, it's going to cost you. That's just the hard part of it. Okay, let's go ahead and bring this out here. We got to turn this match around. We got to do a little work here. Boom. What do you guys think? I mean, we talked a little bit about some pretty serious stuff here. What are some of the trends you see in the game? Where do you see things heading? Do you think this will eventually turn itself around? Or, what direction do you think it's going to go? Or do you think it's just going to keep going this way? Where it will eventually be that, will this game become a game where there will be 0 free-to-play? Or if there is free-to-play, they are down in Gold League. They're never going to progress past that point. I mean, what do you guys think? That's what I want to hear. Oh, I should have had that kill right there. We've got him whittled down to two opponents left, or 3. That's good. So we can start advancing here, and we can get that center beacon back pretty quick, I think. Now that we have, we have, what was it, Pride right there. He's doing the business. He's getting thrown out. One of our guys knocked him over. That'd be Ryder. I think it's Ryder up there. Okay, we gotta get next clan right there. He's going underneath. He thought he was going to hold it there, but it just wasn't going to stay for him. And it's a little out of range right now. He's in range me. Yeah, it's a little. I'm just hit the pedals if I shoot that. There we go. Someone got a Karura Glaive. Managed to pick off a Pinot Pride right there. Okay, let's go ahead and move that way. And what we got? Yeah, we're trying. This is going to be over here in a minute. Got a lot of kills, a lot of sniping. Definitely 2 of the most OP builds on the battlefield right now. The Newton and of course the Crisis. Boom! And with that, boom! Exclamation point on that. All right, I'm kind of looking forward to seeing the Ocho Kochi coming out in the next update. I'm kind of looking forward to seeing that. All right, let's go ahead and let's take a look at the tail of the tapes real quick, and then we're going to wrap this up for you guys. Ooh, 1 million. Alrighty, guys, quick tail of the tapes here, and I'm going to wrap this up. 12 kills, 1 beacon cap. So that's a 12 by 12 that we have there. So that's 24 kills in 2 matches. That's pretty awesome. I think that's a lot of mangling going on. Alrighty, guys, I think it's time to bail out of here. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. If you like what you're seeing and hearing, make sure to give us a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, hit that bell for notifications. That way you know when I'm dropping it. Alright, guys, stay safe and healthy. Watch out for each other. I'll catch you on the battlefield.